You know, on our first date, Taliesin took me to see an autopsy.
Your first date with Taliesin?
Yeah.
It's my standard first date.
You know how hard it is to get to second base with 15 students watching you through what you thought was a two-way mirror? Turns out it was a one-way.
Never had problems before, man. I don't know.
Huh. Well,
I mean, it's a plus for some. Some call that a feature.
plus for some call that a feature. Are we on the internet?
Goth dad, art dad. What can possibly go wrong?
You know, you say that, and I want to agree, but have you seen the show the last couple of weeks? This couch,
I don't watch this show.
Oh, yeah, I understand. There's some type of chaos element that someone left on the couch. Now we're in for a real treat.
I have not been here for a hot minute, and I'm not sure I remember how to do the show.
Well, we'll hold your hand and different parts of you along the way to make sure we get you through it. How's that sound?
Sound pretty good.
I mean, that. Okay.
Okay. Well, tonight, the Mighty Nine battle a petrifying Gorgon, save the Clays, and sow chaos in a frozen shrine. We're going to break it all down with Liam and Taliesin, probably.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's
I'm awake.
us.
He's awake. All that and more tonight. The basics. The basics on Talks Machina. Not used to encouragement. Makes me feel awful. Hey, we're back, right? Yes. Tonight's episode, always a shock, is sponsored by our friends at 1985 Games and Dungeon Craft.
Do what?
What? Makers of quality printed gaming products, perfect for any tabletop adventure. They just released something I have in my hands. Their brand new book, Hell and High Water, which provides players with all the terrain pieces needed to fight demons and hell pirates on the battle pirates on the high seas.
What's happening?
Holy
Pirates
shit.
on the battle seas.
Okay, these are awesome.
Let's
They're
see.
tiles.
Let's see.
You got ship tiles. You got
They look like they'll take a wet erase marker too, which is always
Buildings.
very exciting.
Oh, cool. Pass that over when you're done with it. I want to peruse.
see. Then he keeps
the Hell
it.
Pirates.
Then he keeps it. We never see it
What
again.
happens to all of the products?
He's
that
so
comes in?
sweet. He's like, let me take a look at
Just
this.
taking initiative.
There you go.
See
Play
it.
with it.
Oh my god.
For a limited time, they're offering the original Dungeon Craft book and Hell and High Water in a bundle pack. All that together. You can purchase the bundle, also get a free tape mimic pin, which is a $15 value.
These are nice.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my.
be careful what you do to that. We need to keep it
My
safe.
children. Well, it looks like it can withstand
punishment.
wetness.
Okay. Go check out the bundle and the products now at bit.ly/CR High Water.
Oh boy.
I don't think this is that book. This is a different one, right, Kyle?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different one. But this has over 1,000
That's cool.
map, all in that one little book. That's amazing.
Oh my.
Ooh.
Love this in the games that I run.
You just gotta sit and cut all these out.
Thanks. Thanks for this. You're right. I'm
You're
keeping it.
welcome. Thank you. Thanks for sponsoring our show, friends. It's awesome.
Yes.
As many of you know, we're about to head to Chicago.
What?
Yeah, pack your fucking bags, Danny.
Shit.
This is not a joke.
That's what
There
we
are
are.
people relying on you to be there.
Oh God.
Everyone is going home to finish packing.
Yep.
Yes.
Finish. You mean start?
Yes. I'm
Yeah.
being polite.
I'm an hour in.
You're an hour in?
Got more to do, but yeah.
All right.
I just need my toiletries.
I have to do all of it.
You have to do everything?
Yes.
Boy.
Pack my Thursday outfit. I haven't quite nailed that down yet.
Look at that sad packing face.
Yeah.
You know what I started doing a little bit ago?
But
Paying Jerry to do it for me.
oh, what about packing your bags though?
I thought we weren't talking about that anymore.
No, I miss segues all the time.
Well, we're headed there for a live show as well as C2E2. C2E2. Did I do that right? Did I do the
I don't
side, or
know.
Did I do something that might be?
Is that how the almost young folk are doing it these days?
I hope so. Hope I can keep up with the kids. Hey, teens.
Hey, teens.
Yeah, live show C2E2. Okay, so the live show Thursday night is an hour earlier than normal. You heard it here, hopefully not first, hopefully not last. 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central is when Critical Role starts this Thursday night. Tell your friends. You don't want them to come at 7 p.m. Pacific and go, I missed the first hour. What's Sam doing? Dressed up like a beep. We'll add in later what he was dressed up as because none of us know.
If you wear a giant censored bar, that would be kind of amazing.
Ooh.
Just like the monolith.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That'd be really good.
I'd pay money for that.
I always wondered if he was going to come out like the kid from Deliverance with the, I don't know.
By the way, I should take this moment to, for anyone who hasn't heard, I am packing my bags tonight, and I am going to be at the live show, and I am going to be at C2E2 on Saturday, but unfortunately, I have some life going on. I have a commitment that I must honor, so I can't be there on Sunday. I'm sorry. I really want to be, but I won't be. But I will be there Saturday, so come see me. Come say hi. I'll say hi.
We are a lot of cats to wrangle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us, yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yes, we are, Danny says. And so it shall be. Yeah, there's still tickets available, I think, for some photos, some autographs available on the C2E2 website. So snag them before they're all gone. If you want to meet us, say hi and hang out for a few. Can't wait to meet you all there. Also, on Friday, we premiered the very first video in a special behind-the-scenes series for The Legend of Vox Machina animated series, coming soon to Amazon Prime.
So good. So good. I mean, the thing that it's talking
really
about is so good, but even just the video is so
Video
good.
is
Shout out
amazing.
to Chris Lockie, who did that
So
and
good.
is one of our content producers here, does so many things and is so good at most of them. I won't tell you which ones he ain't good at. I'll let the viewers decide. Just kidding. The first episode focuses on our amazing writing team, and you can check it out right now on our YouTube channel. Some
Badasses, a bunch of Navy SEAls,
bunch
those
of-
writers.
Yeah,
Holy cow.
seriously.
Not really Navy SEAls, but they're really good at their job.
There's just no
Couple seals,
actual
and they are navy in color, but
couple of navy-colored
Seals.
Okay, I understand. Yeah. Well, on that note, let us discuss episode 96. We're getting close. Critical Role Campaign 2, Family Shatters.
Oh,
Family Shatters.
yeah.
I was waiting for it.
In for a giggle, in for a pound. Is that what they say?
Somebody, I'm sure, has. I don't know.
I don't know that anyone has said that, not even the monkeys with the typewriters in that room.
I understand. We begin tonight's episode the way we begin every episode of Vox Machina, with a question for Academy Award nominated actress Angelica Houston.
Ooh,
That would be awesome.
So
is
excited.
she going to be on like a TV screen behind us?
Kyle,
Coming in
she
from below?
is standing by, I'm told. All right, she's standing by.
Oh man.
Will be any minute. While we wait
Excited
for
just a Max Headroom style digital rendering.
Have you already worked with her?
I don't know, honestly. Possibly. I'm
Okay.
trying to
the
remember.
90s, the 18, 17, and
were a blur.
1990s were
Yeah,
a bit of a blur.
bit of a blur.
for Allison.
You know, Taliesin wasn't even responding to me today. He was so sluggish, but then I just scooped some of the dirt out of the coffin. He perked right up.
Yeah, no, I didn't really
Yeah.
get
That
fully unburied this
Hungarian
morning.
soil just really knocks him out.
It really does. I think it's. I think it's.
the decaf soil.
I was just
really-
going to say. I think you need to switch to decaf.
Yeah, Bolivian soiler.
We're going to actually begin tonight's episode a little bit early with some crit roll stats.
Stats.
Stats. Of the 16 times that Caleb has cast Teleportation Circle, the Mighty Nine have remembered to contact someone prior to their arrival 7 times.
7 times?
7 times out of
Higher than I was
16.
expecting.
No, that's low. That's real
Less
low.
than
I was
half.
expecting 4.
Okay, yeah, less than half. That's.
I think about it every time, and then it just doesn't happen.
Well-oiled machine.
I mean, you want to
I feel
know?
like this wouldn't have happened with Vox Machina. I feel like we would have had our shit together on that level a little
We
bit
didn't
more.
have to announce anything. Keyleth could just do it.
Yeah, you could
'cause
just
thanks
kind of-
Keyleth.
Yeah,
Thanks,
that's fair.
Keyleth.
Thank
There.
Yeah,
Keyleth.
thanks, Keyleth.
Yeah.
Retroactively.
You know, of those 7 times, though, they
He
were...
also entered through trees.
Yeah.
That's true.
And not into people's houses.
You still said please and thank you, though.
Did.
Squirrels
Sorry.
were pissed.
It's okay, yeah. Of those 7 times, they were successful in actually contacting someone at the location, only 3.
Oh, wow. So,
Talk about a well-oiled machine.
yeah, great. That's good stuff.
Left messages.
Good stuff. We're getting worse at Dungeons and Dragons with every week.
Boy, oh boy.
We are a trash party, man. Oh, wow.
Feral raccoons. Heard you got some of them magic items up in here. Oh, do you mind if we come on through?
Oh, God.
Playing this game like Skyrim, we're just going through people's houses, breaking pottery.
Yep.
Really are.
What's
I'm
in
here
here?
for it.
What do you got in here? I want it.
I'm fucking here for it. Caduceus, played so brilliantly by you, Taliesin, since your previous character was murdered by TV's Ashley Birch, got the straw hat.
Ryan.
What? It says it.
No,
Look,
it says nothing
take it
of
up
the sort.
with crit roll stats.
I told you that she like texted me on the way to Comic-Con. She's like,
Yeah,
"Mom,
she was on the
I'm
train.
There's a Molly cosplayer and they're giving me the eye. I don't know what to do."
Yep. It's gonna follow her around for the rest of her goddamn life, hopefully.
Hey, Birch, that's your bed. You
Yeah.
made it. Now you
You
gotta
made
sleep
it.
in it.
Wasn't her fault. I will defend Ashley Birch.
She didn't have
until
to
the
come on
end
the
of
show.
time.
She knows what she did.
She knows what she did. Yeah. Caduceus got the straw hat that he gave to Clarabelle in episode 2 to 31, about 188 in-game days ago.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that thing probably is filthy.
What does it mean 2 to 31?
No, I think probably 31.
Oh, probably 31.
Maybe the 2 dashes I copy and pasted this from stats, so I am not gonna.
Oh, now
take
you're
that
going to
one.
blame something on
Yes.
them, and I can't blame that
Yes.
amazing joke on them?
Yes.
I understand. I see how this
I'm
works.
very literal.
Oh, my
This is
goodness.
exactly how this works.
Now, there were 17 cow-related puns.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Is that above or below average for a Critical Role episode?
Oh, my goodness.
Cow puns?
A cow pun?
Now, there had been a desert of no puns related to cows since Vox Machina's campaign.
I missed the cow episode. I was not there, so I didn't get to partake.
You were not there for consequences and
Oh,
cows?
that's right.
That was my
Oh
sick
my
day where I
God.
was like in bed with like an
right.
insane fever.
And you've
That is
never
right.
missed an episode again.
Have I never? Have I
I
not?
think so.
No, yeah, that was the sickest I've been in ages. That was really knocked me on my ass.
Even worse than when the bubonic plague wiped out everyone in the 1100s?
I mean,
They just blamed it on the bubonic plague.
Ooh, you pulled some cabin in the woods shit.
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad
Cal
clams.
is good at covering
Bad
his
clams.
tracks.
Bad clams?
Yeah.
Saw them at the whiskey.
It's a good cover band.
Can't say what they were covering on the air here on Twitch. Hey, our first question of the night. We're gonna get into questions a little bit early because
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I got to pack. You know?
I mean, it's not even half past yet. Are you sure?
I don't know. What do you got? Do you got anything else you want to talk about? You look awesome.
You look, yeah, like I feel so underdressed right now.
I
It's not
just
normal
wanted
for me.
to show off our friend Babs's shirt.
Hey, my
Absolutely.
girl.
Yeah.
And I thought it would look good.
Sinfluencer.
Influencer.
Yeah,
I thought it would look good with its blazer.
absolutely
These
does.
Tetris sneakers.
Your Tetris sneakers.
Excited.
I've been living in like a dirty shoebox for the last month, so I just felt like spiffing up just a little bit.
The whole office is getting very spiffy lately.
Been
I
sleeping
feel
over at
impressed.
Max's, huh?
It's a whole thing.
All right. Well, our first question comes from Cincialegre. Eesh. That didn't feel right. Taliesin? Mm-hmm. Now that we got to meet all the Clays in their pastel goth Addams family-like glory,
I love that.
would you mind expanding a bit on Caduceus's relationship with his siblings, parent, and aunt? Or aunt, however you say it.
Aunt. I like aunt. I don't know. So Clay was kind of built relatively quickly. I actually have everything I sent to Matt here, which is honestly surprisingly a lot, all things considered. And I didn't give Matt a ton to play with. I gave him the order in which they left. I gave him my, or at least Clay's attitude and his impression of his family members, which was usually just one sentence.
Cool.
And kind of some basic idea of what their like power set might be if they had one.
Yeah.
And I always thought of him as kind of, at least from a family perspective, of what would have happened to Percy if nothing had gone horribly wrong, which is he was the kid who was perfectly okay staying to run the family business while everyone went off and did their own thing. He was like, I've got this. This is fine. I don't need to leave home. I'm not interested in any of that. I enjoy running the shrine.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to stay and do that. The rest of the kids can go off and do whatever it is that they're going to do. So I think the rest of the kids, Wanderlust probably put them at odds quite a bit, and was probably a lot of that. I was really looking forward to playing that contention and seeing what Clay was going to be like when he had people who irritated him.
Right. Yeah.
I really liked the siblings a lot, and I don't know.
I hoped for.
I didn't know what to expect. I think I was imagining like different variations of the relaxed and groovy that Caduceus is, but they were
I think so too.
so much more varied and more authentic because of it. I really liked the sort of colors that Matt sort of carved out.
Yeah,
for
I
each
mean,
of them.
like he's definitely supposed to be his father's son, and then the girls are all kind of wanting to get the hell out of Dodge, and then poor fucking Cyril's just a doofus.
There were also just so many of them. It was
Cyril?
like
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. My brain. Yeah.
Colton?
Colton.
The brother?
Yes, Colton.
it was
Well,
like a
it's named after
furball
the Bachelor.
furball clown car. Just like they kept more of them
like,
kept
wait,
coming
I thought I got
out.
all these names.
No, I was actually looking at my early notes when I was trying to come up with names, and it threw me for a second. Yeah, Colton was.
So you're looking at your
My
Clay
text document.
sheet. Why, may I ask, why there's a picture of Ford with a circle and an X?
That's private.
Oh, I should probably not have.
for-
It says stone question mark.
Liam,
Yeah.
Costumer Delight would like to know, Caleb has now witnessed 4 family reunions between Jester, Not, Bo, and now Caduceus. How's he feeling about his own parents and his found family, especially with Not saying she may leave them?
Man, that's a lot of questions wrapped into one. Every time we meet somebody's family, he has been comparing the whole time.
Of course.
And Caduceus is a whole different bag because Caleb was an only child. Even when it was good, he was an only child. So like this many kids seems crazy.
It's a healthy family too, which we haven't really done before.
That's right.
I wanted a happy family.
Yeah, they were. I mean, like they clearly
dare you.
had like their grudges and like their
But, like, that's
different
normal.
dynamics
Yeah.
with each other, but that's normal for sure. Caleb, very unfamiliar with it. Jester and her mom were loving. I mean, and super unique, that pair, but a loving family, just like Caleb's was. And just, his was ruined. And then he like thinks about Not/Veth and how she's with us, and he'll never judge her. He'll never judge anybody because he can't. But he always wonders, like, my God, everything I do has been based around my parents and wanting to sort of like rebuild my family, and she's here, and she doesn't want to go back. And it just goes to show the unlimited variation of the living, well, I would say human on our planet, but in this one, the living experience of people wanting different things or needing different things. And he doesn't understand it, but he obviously would never push her. He would never push anyone for anything.
I feel like we really run the gambit this run.
Yes. And then Ford as an orphan, having none of that, and like finding somebody else to be that. And then this group, which has really thrown all of his machinations and ideas. They're not gone, but holy shit. I thought I had like a really like defined direction at the beginning of the campaign, and my 7 best friends have just knocked it silly. And it's still like, it survives, but it's just knocked around in a different shape and upside down and skewed from what it was. And it's on life support. It's still there, and that's great. I really didn't know where any of this was going to go, and I would never have said, oh, he'll be healing somewhat. Almost at 100 episodes, and at the inverse of the 69th episode, he'll be healing. Didn't think that.
Yeah. Nice.
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 Healing is nice.
Nice. Taliesin, Heal us with an answer to this question from Fayon the Ranger. Seems as though it's good tea.
Very good tea.
Cad and Knot have reached their goals of what drove them to leave their homes / families, and it makes sense if they were to leave the Mighty Nine. What is keeping Cad with the Mighty Nine, and how do you feel Cad's and Knot's situations differ?
Caduceus is not ready to go home at all. He's not done with his walkabout, so to his Rumspringer. That's now that he's walking around a bit, he feels like he wants to see a bit more, and he also feels he has an intense debt to pay. That he feels that he has a mission to see everybody else through, at the very least, or at least he's telling himself that. So he's saved his home, or at least he thinks he saved his home, and his family are all right, and now it's debts that must be paid, and he's not somebody who believes that you can just get off the bus when it's all right, got everything I need, I'm backing out now, and really feels an enormous. If he feels that he owes everyone quite a bit for what they've done for him, and for getting him out of the forest and out of his home and out into the world and taking care of him from a certain standpoint.
So repaying them for that looks like staying and fighting and doing whatever is required.
Yeah, it's what we owe each other. So to steal that phrase, he definitely feels that he owes seeing them through what they need.
Okay, yeah.
Caduceus Clay is a good
He's a good boy. He's a gentle boy.
It's a gentle boy.
He's such a gentle boy. I love him.
The gentlest of boys.
Chaos couch.
I don't know what that is.
Instead of chaos couch, it's chaos couch.
I'm okay with that.
Look at
That
my
took me a
sweet
minute.
boys. Took a second.
Sometimes Brian will message me jokes that he's workshopping, and many times I don't get them.
Workshopping's a harsh word for that, I feel like.
That's crazy talk. Workshopping.
You
they're ready for the printing press. The second they're done.
around and just kind of put an inch of peat moss on top of it. I'm not sure anything's going to spring out of that.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a.
God damn it, Danny.
Got to put the work in workshopping, man.
Oh, boy. I will occasionally try some out on Rachel to make sure that, they're okay. Turns out they never are. Liam, this one's from Sneaky Snee Snake.
Ooh.
Try it 5 times fast right now.
Sneaky snee snake, sneaky snee snake, sneaky snee snake, sneaky snee snake, sneaky snee snake.
He can do it. He can do almost anything.
Sneaky snake, sneaky snake, sneaky. Yep, that's hard.
Sneaky
It gets
snake.
right in my nose.
What?
Sneaky see snake.
Okay.
5 times. Yeah.
5 times fast.
5 times. Okay, is it 5 times?
5 times
or
fast.
5 times as fast?
No, 5 times.
5 times
fast.
quickly.
Got it. I don't actually want to do it.
Oh,
All right.
we understand.
All right.
Liam, the question is, the Mighty Nine was prepared to make devastating sacrifices to lift the curse on Knot. Was Caleb planning on meeting the witch as well? If yes, what would he have offered to break the curse, or did you have an entirely different solution to the problem like Chester?
Well, first off, nothing I had in mind was anywhere near as cool as what Laura did.
Of course.
It was amazing. That is easily a top 10 moment in the history of the show, and I knew it immediately.
Clutch as hell.
Yeah, amazing. And my favorite part of it was just watching Matt's brain unravel and then slowly reform in a different shape. That
was the best.
Everybody wanted to go in and talk to her. Like, I don't know if it was evident on the screen, but like
We were
every time
all-
someone came out, the whole room, anyone who hadn't gone in was like,
Yeah, I'm trying to jump to see who gets in next.
and every time a person went in, it made less sense to then go in because what do we go? All 8 of us go in and like lay it all on the line. So I fucking Laura's genius. Caleb was going to ask about the ability to travel backward through time. Not really believing that she could do that, but was still like, show me what you got. And even if she had said she could, I think he probably still would have thought she was a liar. he would have sat down and talked to her and had her spell it out, and probably would have offered to kill the Mighty Nine, and would have gotten up to leave, and then that disintegrate that I used on the bull, I was going to use on her for the first time there. But what Jester did, 100 times
so
better.
much better.
Wow.
You made my heart drop into my stomach, and then you lifted it back out.
Yeah. Yeah. First time for everything, right, Danny?
True.
Just kidding, Liam. You do that a lot. Oh boy.
We're going there, are we?
Going to Bane. We're going full
Bane
Bane.
in a can. Bane in a can.
Bane in a can. Come to C2E2 on Saturday, and Liam will do Bane in a can for you. Taliesin,
Yeah.
what can you do into your mug that we can show on Twitch?
Oh, no.
No?
Oh,
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I made a mess.
that's
You got
weird.
blood on your nose.
I did.
You got blood all over your iPad.
It is terrible. That's okay.
Isn't that one of the things that the priest waves with the incense in it?
The sensor.
Wow, you can drink that stuff?
No,
I
that's
mean,
what
yeah,
Twitch
you
uses to
can.
block out nipples.
Oh,
The sensor.
my goodness.
You need 2, though.
Oh, that I
Yeah, it's
understand.
hibiscus.
Taliesin.
Yeah, I made a mess.
Speaking of, Walk a Little Line wants to know. Twice now, we've seen the others ignore Caduceus's request to respect what he considers holy ground. Though when they argued, he seems to not put up much of a fight. Is this because he wants to avoid conflict or because he doesn't really care that much?
Oh. It's not to avoid conflict. He's fine with conflict. I mean, he doesn't really even have to have conflict. He could just assert himself if he was so inclined. It's that he's aware that there are limits to what these people can do.
Yeah.
And he is not one to whip the tides for daring to turn without their leave. It's very much the philosophy of children and drunks can do no wrong, and they're always drunk. So it's very much the try not to make a mess. Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. What are you
Is it
gonna
also
do?
like a pick your battles thing?
Yeah, and again, no one is actually being malicious about it. It's who they are, and any attempt to, forcefully reform them would be ridiculous. So
It's like that dummy who peed on the tree in Midsummer. He doesn't know better.
he doesn't know better.
He's just peeing on a tree.
Being on a tree.
Doesn't know that he's insulting the core of their religion.
No, you just gotta
He just needs to relieve himself.
You gotta go home now.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, you gotta go home.
Tell that to the bicycle cops that have given me all those public urination
Go into the barn.
tickets.
Just 10 minutes.
Turns
in
out
the
you have to
barn.
pay those. Yeah, Liam,
Yeah.
Warlock and Key wants to know, has anybody
good
seen the
name.
Netflix program?
1 episode.
How is it? I haven't had a chance to see it yet. Lock and Key.
You watched the whole thing, right?
I did.
I can't. I've seen 1 episode. I'm not ready to talk yet.
Yeah, I've got all sorts of strange opinions on it, is what I'll say.
Yeah, I understand.
Love that book, though.
The book is amazing, and there are many good things to say about the show as well, but it's very different, so I'm still processing.
I understand. Liam, Warlock and Key 93 wants to know, when Yasha, Jester, and Ford were kidnapped, Caleb refused to admit he cared for the group to not. But this episode, he admitted it freely. Was there a defining moment when Caleb decided he was going to be a part of this weird family for good?
There was no one moment. It's like love by 1,000 cuts.
I understand, yeah. Love by 1,000 kisses?
Aww.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was no one defining moment that stands out. Just, it's partially the characters, and it's a lot the players at the table. They're just charming and lovable a-holes, and just the same way that Liam is charmed, Caleb slowly couldn't resist.
Has he become accustomed to our face?
Aww.
You're welcome. There we are.
If you could have been able to time travel, would you
Still
have...
possible.
Right, still possible, of course. Will you be, I don't want to spoil anything, but going back to that pivotal moment in your life that really changed everything, which was when you got really dirty?
You mean
Because then
episode
you
one
could have
when Laura
just, like-
defined my character for me?
Yeah, you could have just like not fallen into whatever made you dirty, and then you could have saved yourself all that ridicule from Jester, who's now a close friend and ally, you know.
I
But
think you're gonna go back in time and become your own grandfather.
become your own grandfather.
Whoa. Now it's gotta happen. He would see. I mean, like we've got so much on our plates, but I really feel like he does have that sort of recovering addict mentality. And if Matthew Mercer puts the means in front of Caleb, I don't know how he would react now.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't know.
Day at a
Like a
time.
lot is on the line, and a lot has happened, and a lot of good has happened that he believes in. I don't know. I'd have to see if he put that bait in front of me.
You never know till it's there.
Yeah, that's right. Till the chips are down.
You telling me that you want Matt to bait you?
Date me.
Matt debate you?
Me. Either way.
Danny, you goddamn legend. You goddamn legend. You see what 3 years will do to a person? Make them clever as fuck. Happy anniversary again, Danny. We're so grateful to have you. Do you know what else we're grateful to have? Cosplay of the week.
Hey, cosplay of the week. It's so good.
What do you mean you felt it coming?
Your segues, I can feel them. I can feel them approach.
Oh wow. Are they soft? Do they approach gently or like a?
They rumble like a 4.5 slowly on its way.
I understand.
Yeah.
Semi coming through.
Hey. Damn. All right. I forgot about this. Our winner for this week was sent in by Shiloh at Critical Hitical.
Show us the amazing.
Pretty cool. Photo by at Mini Moon.
Whoa!
There it is.
I'm gonna talk about that green glass
What?
there.
Send
Look at
him
that.
to Area 54. What the fuck is going on?
Wow, there's so much happening
You mean Studio 54 or Area 51?
Yeah. Yeah.
You broke Liam.
Send him to both.
Liam,
I was-
Shiloh.
Wow,
It's so
that's
good
just
he wins a
crazy
free
there.
trip to both.
man.
Guys, I came today broken already. Look at that. It's
Another sense of
amazing.
body fat.
That's another one.
I love it so much.
They'll snip from the podcast.
Holy cow.
That's
Good
incredible.
job. Jeez, the ears even?
Yeah.
Unlike anything we've really seen.
Ooh,
Like,
put it back and then go back to Brian. It's like his face morphed into Huma morphed into Brian. Whoa!
The other way.
Yeah, yeah.
Out that green glass is just
Other hand.
Okay, the illusion is perfect.
yeah.
Congrats to
geez.
you, Shiloh. You have won this cherry dice vault. Now this is
That dice vault is cherry.
an especially cherry one.
That one does really smell good. I think that one's my favorite.
I want to
one.
smell it.
Smell your wormwood, folks. It's delicious. It's nutritious. You can enter our
Beard hair in
contest
there.
Thank you. That's not my.
by visiting critroll.com/ submit. Thank you.
Submit.
Rules for our contest are available at critroll.com. Great website full of tons of information.
Yeah.
If you have a question, the answer to it is probably on critroll.com.
There's news. There's galleries. There's all kinds of shit. There's a shop where Laura
There's countdowns to
Bailey
stuff.
reigns supreme.
Yep.
Countdowns.
There's countdowns. There's little. I think we give away. There's contests like you could win a free helicopter. You could win a free like trip to Bermuda Triangle.
I haven't hit that URL.
Oh yeah, it's coming soon.
Wow.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
And laugh.
Oh shit, we should probably just get back to the questions. Who wants to answer one? Taliesin?
Sure.
All right.
I'm awake.
Oh, this one's from Veth the Brave. What a great screen name. Caduceus said that his family loves him, while the Mighty Nine needs him. Is he still having trouble feeling fully integrated into the group after all this time together?
Oh, not at all. No. He's, if anything, he's really embracing his role as kind of the spiritual guide for the group, and he feels like he really has a lot to offer from that perspective of just kind of being the roving therapist, or at least he thinks he's being the roving therapist. About half the stuff he says I think is pretty profound, and the rest is a bit silly.
He's the most mysterious of the group to Caleb. Like everybody else, their motivations more or less make sense. And so, like, Caleb is still pretty mystified all this time later. Like, why are you with
He's the most like religious character I've ever played too. Like I've never gone like deep into the notion of like actually making someone who's professionally religious. It's such an odd thing for me to do.
Oh, he's so kind.
He's fun.
The kindness is overwhelming.
It's yeah. He really came together very nicely.
He's a gentle boy.
God, if we kill him, who knows what awesome character will be spawned?
Liam?
Just try it.
I'm down. Yeah.
Like, I have a
got one
backup-
already?
I've got 2 backup characters.
Wow.
My goodness.
Wow.
Never again. Never again.
I was going to say, are you feeling unlucky? But I understand.
I'm always feeling unlucky.
Yeah. Liam, this question is for you, hot substitute teacher.
Yes.
Jimmy Ebbett wants to know, in the last few episodes, Caleb has shown a little levity with the Mighty Nine, even playing practical jokes. Is this reminiscent of how Bren was in the past, or is this your inner Vax bleeding into Caleb?
It's not Vax. He's just a human being. He just hasn't. He has been out of practice being a human being for a long time.
Yeah.
And the Mighty Nine is a bunch of fucking dick fucks.
Yeah.
So they've rubbed off on him as
Dick
well.
fucks. By the way, Vax bleeding into Caleb is my Tumblr handle if anybody wants from there.
I'm not really that fun anymore.
It's not that fun.
Not
but
that fun
Still
anymore.
fun. Still
I have
fun.
a commission of that
You got to know where to find it. You know what I mean? It's like that Kenny Rogers
in
song.
your sock drawer.
Yeah. Were you done?
So long ago.
Woof.
Taliesin?
Yeah.
Chris Gatlin wants to know. Caduceus' powerful or playful and prankster side came out when his siblings were introduced. Why hasn't he played any pranks on the Mighty Nine yet? Is he not close enough to them yet? Does he think they wouldn't take it well, or is it something else?
They don't treat him poorly in that way yet.
So that's the sort of that's the requirement.
Siblings, man. I will. I have quite a few siblings, and there is an energy. It's the same way like when you're around your parents, you revert to a 15-year-old in a lot of way. When you're around your siblings, you kind of, especially after about 3 or 4 days, there is just something. Just the urge to torture them is so overpowering. And it's
true.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah.
it's really. And I will say that like when I got the whistle, I immediately was like when I find either my brother or my sister, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm so excited.
I can't help but think of your siblings.
Yeah.
While I watch these cow people. relate.
yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Yeah, an eclectic bunch of mystic walkers.
They are.
Weirdos.
They are.
My siblings are great and strange.
Yeah.
They are very distinct each from the other.
Yeah, we
sure.
practically make a Voltron. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Only one of them watches it. Well, maybe 2 watch the show. I'm not
Glam
sure.
rock.
As somebody who also has who also has like 3 siblings who I'm very close to, I felt extremely seen by the sibling dynamics from that episode. It made my heart very happy.
Two of my siblings like deeply understand what this is, and then I have one sibling who has just been to one live show and is like, "Oh, so are you in a cult? Or you have a cult now?" It's like,
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh, honey,
It's
no."
sort of.
You are the Brute Squad.
Yeah.
Yep. Liam.
Yes.
Carly Ann wants to know, Caleb seemed to be laying it a little thicker in compliments to the Traveler as opposed to the rest of the Mighty Nine. Does he see another powerful ally in the Traveler in his pursuit of time magic, or is it all just support of Jester, or all in support of Jester?
Why not both? I don't think he sees him as maybe that could lead to time. Here, the thing with time travel is it's so implausible. And just from a gameplay mechanic, that is something that the DM has to like create structurally, story-wise. It's not in the player's handbook or the DM book or any of that. And it is so implausible that I could see us finishing this campaign and Caleb still having it in the back of his mind for the rest of his life. Like we'll be together for a year or 2, maybe, I don't know.
Yep.
When he says he wants to bend reality, why isn't it necromancy or wishes or like there's so many fucking things that make more sense in this world than going backward in time. But maybe Artagan could help with that. But he certainly sees the potential in Artagan, and it was a balance between wanting to support everything that Jester has devoted her life to, and not wanting to, like, yeah, it's not exactly what she expected, but there's still a lot of worth to it and to this partner she has. So it just felt like everyone was ready to write it off. And while, you know, life is often like this, your life isn't what you thought it was going to be, it's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not always a bad thing. So let's not damn this yet. Let's feel it out. And if I can use the situation to possibly eradicate ultimate evil, that's a win.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It doesn't have to go anywhere, but he was certainly laying the groundwork if it could, and support one of his closest friends at the same time.
Yeah.
Why not?
Clay just formed an opinion of Caleb in my head just now, which I'm really excited about, so that'll be fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I just noticed something. This is good.
For once, the show's useful.
First time for everything.
It's a new year.
Mm-hmm.
This question, Taliesin, comes from the Dark Vision DM. Handy if the power goes out. Caduceus has been the group parent for so long. What was it like for him to suddenly be a child in his family again? Does he find occupying both roles disconcerting, or is he comfortable being group dad and family son simultaneously?
Oh yeah, no. Having your family and your friends in the same room is really uncomfortable, and was not. I don't know. I don't know how much it came across that he was kind of trying to keep them, like, not necessarily separated, but like family, guys, family. Anyway, you know, there was a little bit of that. Don't mingle too much. You know, I don't want anybody talking too much about what's been going down on either end of things.
Right. That makes
Yeah, and was also why I think he was really excited to kind of get them on their way as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
How old is Caduceus again?
He doesn't actually know.
But they have a longer lifespan.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. So he's probably. I'm trying to remember, like, where he's the equivalent of, like, early 20s.
Oh.
Where is he and his siblings?
He's the second youngest.
It's interesting because we're not talking like 18 through 35. We're talking like over 100.
Yeah. So he's like, I think he's like 85 to like 120.
It's like the vaguest of Wicked and Divine vibes. Like, these people they've been around a while.
Yeah.
To like really carve out the groove of their sibling dynamics with each other.
Yeah, and like all mostly staying in that very small home with this very obscure religious practice. I mean, it's very, I don't want to say culty, but there's kind of, like, it's strange, the notion of being born into a monastic tradition.
The homeschooliest of homeschools.
Yeah, very homeschooled. I mean, I'm borderline illiterate.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nice.
He knows what he knows, but not much beyond that. And like, I think his brain power has like doubled since he left the garden. It's like, just seen more.
Might be a certified genius by the time this is all over.
That intelligence, it ain't under. It's not great, but it ain't terrible either.
Wise as fuck, though.
Yeah, high wisdom. High wisdom, low intelligence is fascinating. I'm digging it.
Yep. Liam, Sage and Ginger wants to know.
Sage and Ginger.
You know?
Rosemary and thyme.
Yeah. At the end of his talk with Yasha several episodes ago, Caleb had a very strong reaction that we've never quite seen before. Can you tell us a bit of what was going through his mind at that moment? What was it about her statement, "I don't need to tell you who," that affected him where her initial question did not? And what was going through your mind as a player and as an actor?
You know what one of the best parts of that scene that played out is about 20 minutes or 30 minutes before it happened, I texted Ashley at the table and said, "Want to take watch? I have nothing planned, should be fun." And she replied, "Same." That happened at the table. And she fucking slapped me in the forehead with a 4x4 in that scene.
Wow. Maybe she lied and she baited you into it, like, you know, she does stuff like that.
Listen, I want to bait all of Critical Role. Does that mean something that I'm unaware of?
Follow your heart, Liam.
Just
Okay.
sort of let it minister and think about it later. Wait, go back to that wide
dear.
cam, Zach. Just show people Henry. Look at that.
Henry has been
Oh, what was the question again? I forget. Look at that dog.
so cute. So good.
What a good boy. Oh,
Such an exciting day. Now you get to lie down.
Oh, he got loved on by everybody.
I think he had such an extreme reaction because he felt that he had done a good job of hiding things, and he was suddenly worried that he was transparent, that everyone had been able to read him this whole time when he thought that he was well, he's a little in love with Jester Lavore. And has been
Is that
for
you or Kyle?
No, that was me.
Okay, sometimes
uselessly
It's a
in love with her.
toss-up.
Uselessly in love with her, and has been for probably. I mean, it wasn't like a lightning bolt or anything, but the waltz was probably like a little pebble that started through the entire campaign, making this guy who was all about killing or doing the impossible. That like this is one of the things that just like went
yeah.
and slapped any idea I had of what was going to happen sideways, and it just rolled and rolled and rolled. And in that moment, I mean, I think some people see this like this doesn't play out verbally too much in the show. It's mostly silent stuff, but he just was worried that this thing that he's never going to admit to because it's useless. She's finding herself and has her whole life ahead of her, and has other people around her who care for her a lot too, who are much better for her than he is.
Top table just failed their charm save against Jester.
And either of them would be better options in his mind. And he's aware of the way those two feel as well, and would never, you know, it's just there in the background, fucking up his bullshit.
Yeah.
It's a problem, really. It's really just a problem.
Yeah.
Because he still wants to do the things he wants to do, and that's hard when you care so much about somebody.
So many opinions I'm going to save for the table.
I know.
Okay.
Don't say shit. Good God, Liam.
Big fucking problem.
Well, we have a little.
Brain is exploding.
Yeah, I know. We'll try to contain it while we give away more beautiful wormwood for fan art of the week.
Narc.
Fan art of the week. It's so good. Fan art of the
Mark,
week.
it's
Our
Liam.
dad.
Hey.
You.
He traded his sweater for a blazer. This week's fan art winner for Campaign 2, Episode 96. No, I'm more important. Was sent in by Taylor W. at T. Weltzer. Let's take a look. This one's ultra tight.
Oh, I love that one. I love it so much.
freaking beautiful.
Oh,
God,
All
look
the
at that.
scenes in the background and the
great
hugging.
job, Taylor.
Oh, killer.
I like just the little word bubble that's just a beetle.
I know.
Beetle.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Bugs.
Oh,
Very well.
Mom
I just
and
love all the
Dad.
different personalities that are seen in that hug.
Oh.
So good.
That's amazing. Oh.
Oh, man.
So great.
The last happy
That's
family
making
I'm
me
ever going to make for the
Liam.
end.
I was just
Fine
gonna
for
say. I was just gonna say.
hug everybody.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can't play like a super happy
no, the
character
next
next
one's a
campaign
disaster.
whenever that happens. Yeah. Thanks everyone who submitted. Congrats to you, Taylor. You have won this cherry dice fall.
You still want it? Ooh.
It's been taken care of. You know, blessed.
Brian Blessed.
Take your deep.
Brian
Brian
blessed.
Blessed.
Brian Blessed?
It's been Brian blessed.
Yes.
Hey,
He's alive.
you guys are too good at it. I don't do mine around you because you're too good at it. If you have fan art, if you have cosplay, you can submit it at critroll.com/ Submit.
So many slashes.
So many slashes.
You sent
It's not
Henry
that many
away.
slashes. It's only one. It's just
Submit
slash.
slash-
Henry, he will not do any more slashes tonight. You can come back.
Bing, 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 bing,
Oh,
bing, bing.
buddy.
All right, come back.
Where are you going?
He's gonna go try and find Max.
Oh,
Or he's gonna. He likes Kyle better than me.
that's
So
it.
go sit by Kyle.
The show's
Go on a
over.
Milo and Otis adventure.
Show's over.
Taliesin,
What?
Yeah.
this one's for you. Should you choose to accept it? SGTS Party wants to know, how does Caduceus feel about possibly being absent for the renewal of his home? How do you feel as a player about your character's arc ending off screen?
I don't think his arc is ending off screen. I think that his arc ends when he comes home to see what has become of it.
I get that, yeah.
I don't think he needed to see the construction. I think he's just going to come home and it's just going to be whatever it's going to be, and that will be that's the end for him, or at least that particular end, depending on how things go. There's an infinite number of things that may happen between now and then.
Yeah,
So
yeah. We'll see.
if that is a definite, I think there's a possible ending where he goes home, and that'll be the vision of it.
I'm glad you don't see that as his arc ending. Liam, I don't know if you've been on since this person has asked a question, but their screen name I think should be read, Caleb isn't on fire.
Caleb isn't on fire.
Caleb isn't on fire.
I believe in God.
Has Caleb picked up on any of Bo's self-destructive and self-deprecating behavior since visiting her father, i.e., I'm Beauregard, I'm not important? Is he worried about her?
Of course he is. Of course he is. She is ignoring all the advice that she gave him, I think. And he just does not like to see her that hard on herself when she is so competent and is probably like the backbone of the group. It's the most judgy Caleb has been of anybody, really. But he's very aware of, pain of family and personal stuff, and wants to also, like, it's her time, and she knows her, and he could, even though he broke his shit in half, he could still see very much the dynamic in the room when we visited her family. So he feels very badly for her, but like, how dare you pull my face out of the mud and give me really good advice and then turn around and do something different? How dare you?
Right.
You made me commit here, and I am committed now, and I did that because of you. So fucking put your toe on the line. God damn it.
Sometimes you gotta remind people of that, yeah.
And we need you, and we love you, and we will miss you. No, you don't get to go. I think this group of players is like, fuck, no one fucking leaves again, Sam Riegel. Nobody goes.
Yeah, yeah.
We're done with that.
Oh man, that moment where Caleb
did I.
said nobody goes fucked me up, man. Ooh. Anyway.
Well, he doesn't like to pass, like, he's such a shit, right? He's such shit. So how can I pass judgment on anyone as Caleb? But really, that was one moment where I'm like, nah.
Sit down.
Yeah, sit the fuck down. What are you doing?
Is that a series of time bombs on the show right now? So many wonderful issues.
I had Chipotle, I'm sorry.
That's, we're all a little shaky in there right now.
Oh my God, you guys. Taliesin, distract us from whatever's happening there. Abigail Cordenis wants to know.
Go ahead, run your show,
Keep
Brian.
going.
Run your show. It's all good. This is the classiest one we've ever had.
That looks like so many things, doesn't it? And also not enough things at once.
Oh, Henry's
Is it
back.
the boy?
Okay, I'll behave now.
No, you're fine. Taliesin, every temple in Caduceus' backstory has a connection to another deity along with the Wild Mother. Who is the Blooming Grove's other god, if any?
The Blooming Grove is for the Arcart. Because it is a gift of beauty.
Are you gonna bring your iPad every show and just have answers
A lot of
prepared?
lore.
I have the lore written right here.
Did you send him these questions ahead of time?
No.
This is like quiz show. You're not supposed to read the questions ahead of time. Great film, by the way, if you haven't seen it.
Arcart is so similar to Art Car, and I feel like I'm back at Burning Man.
Art Dad.
Art car. Art car is what Art Dad drives.
Oh, and would I be the art car? 'Cause
What?
the last name's Car.
Yeah, no, it's.
Yeah.
That took y'all a second.
Yeah. We'll get in touch.
I'm
with
only
the-
apparently known by one name in this building.
Art of Car.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's the Allhammer, the Changebringer, and the Arcart.
Okay.
Are the three for the three of them? And it's kind of a power play from the Wild Mother, in my opinion, of kind of I'm going to do these. I'm going to set up these 3 temples just to sort of remind you who's really in charge
Yeah.
on a certain level,
Yeah.
which I quite like. And they're all 3 based off of very specific types of funereal practices, and that are common throughout the world. So it's the idea of finding ways of making them interesting in that way.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome. We got time for a few more. Liam.
Yep.
Simply Haunted wants to know, the transformation spell Caleb finished with Nott and Essek's help seems to be a very powerful spell, but you didn't hesitate to share it with Essek. Did you view that as a returning one of his many favors or something else?
Yeah, for sure.
Got to make trust, man.
For sure. That guy helped us out. Like, I don't expect him to turn on us, and if he wants to use it for whatever he wants to use it for, all power to him. Caleb likes Essek a lot. They are like 2 like highly gifted kids at school together, and you know he's quirkily charming and handsome, and like there's just no reason not to in his mind.
Yeah.
You know, he's a outside of the Mighty Nine, he's probably the only person that Caleb would see as a friend that he's made, which makes him a rarity in all the NPCs. Really, everybody else is just sort of scenery around the Mighty Nine.
No, it was. I mean, like, and real trust requires vulnerability. You have to put something into it if you expect to get anything out of it.
And better that than say like, all right, I need you to go and kill, you know, X, Y, and Z in the highest tower in
Right.
Rexentrum.
Right.
So here's the spell that wasn't mine to begin with.
Yeah, makes sense. Trust requires vulnerability.
It
Yeah,
sure does.
So true, man. So true. Taliesin, extra candy _ wants to know.
Good name.
Caduceus's main personal goal has always, it's true, has always been to find his family and save his home. Now that you've basically done that, what's his next big goal? Is it more about finding himself outside of the Grove?
It's a little bit of finding himself. It's a little, or at least finishing himself, I suppose, would be the way to put it.
Yeah, sure. That's one way to
You're
put
welcome.
it, right, Schmidt?
You're welcome. It was all for you. You're welcome, Danny.
Goodness gracious.
He's also vaguely aware of he does have a sense of some of the things that are going to possibly emotionally damage the rest of the party on the horizon, and kind of wants to be ready to deal with, in vague order, whatever is going to happen to Jester, and then whatever is going to happen to Ford, and then whatever is going to happen to Nott and Yasha and Caleb, in that order. And Bo, he doesn't know how to deal with what Bo's going through. He's kind of lost on that one.
Well, she's so capable and smart and like on it. So it's at least from Caleb's point of view, it's just like you got this. You got this.
And it's the one thing he has no experience of, because he's never had that kind of family dynamic. And when he meets people in his life, whenever he met people with that family dynamic, it was always at the end of it. So navigating the actual actions of how to, it's much easier for him to like navigate this. If it were over and done, he would have an opinion, but he doesn't know how to fix it when it's still alive. It's just, he has no frame of reference for dealing with real people, just the ideas of people.
I can relate to that.
Also, maybe now that you know how to play that flute, like you
I
eventually
meant to bring it tonight.
you can work your way up to like Bone's saxophone.
Will you play it on the plane? Do us all a favor.
That would be a real bad idea.
Do us all a favor.
Some lovely critters
Real
did
bad
a couple of lovely critters did send in a couple death whistles, and they are the sound is so painful. I love them. And I will bring one on and
We've
play it
had
at
a
some point.
sampling of many.
Yeah, I brought a few in to like.
It
show
was
them
like
off.
it was like a Coke taste test. You put 4 or 5 of them out, and it was like, wah! Ooh!
Bring them all on the plane. We'll spread them out. Matt will get one.
It's the
They'll get
worst.
compass-
Laura
compass-
can
Worst
get
that they will land that plane in Nevada.
That's true. That's true.
They won't even come to a stop. They'll just push me out of the side.
Yep.
They take right
Like,
back
well, we're
to
over
the desert.
Barstow. They've seen worse.
Here, this is a parachute.
Walk to Blythe. Yeah.
Yeah, walk the
God.
light. Wait, there was a question
Look, I
about
can see
the.
Black Rock City.
God. There's a question about the bone flute. Astral Sea Siren, were the bone flute and the sun hat always meant for Calliope and Clarabelle, or did they just feel like appropriate gifts?
The hat was a last minute thought. The flute could have also gone for Corin, depending on who I could sneak up on. It was who was
Sure.
available.
Yeah.
So
Do you mean Colton, your brother?
Colton, my fucking.
Wow.
I'm getting on the wrong.
Why do I know what your
Not
siblings'
Corin.
names are and you don't?
I don't know why I was like wanting to torture my aunt there. I'm well aware. Yeah, my brain.
She's been through enough.
I
She knows what she did. She knows what she did.
Yeah, Colton was really high on the list, and then Calliope next on the list, but it worked out with Calliope, and I thought that was more fun anyway in the end.
I thought so too.
Never Clarabelle. Clarabelle's fine.
Never, Claire.
Never Clarabelle.
No.
Saw that bumper sticker. Liam,
That's weird. Weird. That was
all
a
a
weird
weird
cross section.
hey, Subpar Walrus wants to know.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Walrus.
Hey, Walrus, take it
You're
easy.
great,
Take
Walrus.
it easy. That's so great.
Full mustache.
Caleb has made it clear he is not a man who can put his faith in some far-off deity. This is because of the Arkheart that came up earlier. Why did Caleb feel the need to take a symbol of the Arkheart from the Labenda Swamp?
Boy, that was a long time ago. Let's see if I even remember why I did that. I think it was familiar to me. I think it might have. I might have either correctly or mistakenly thought it reminded me of the woman who helped Caleb in the sanatorium. But I also
Okay.
could have just been mistaken because I get shit wrong all the time.
Yeah,
All the
Marisha's
time.
the scribe.
I don't have that keen mind trait.
Yeah.
My next player is also. I'm going to try and take intense notes for my next. I'm going to try and have a high intelligence to.
Yeah, I told myself
Right.
that at the beginning of this campaign.
I've been seeing you
Gave up on
attempt,
it.
so I'm gonna, or I'm just gonna sit next to Marisha so I can read hers.
Yep. Yeah.
That was really helpful last time.
I do take notes, and then I never look at them. Never.
I look
ever.
at Laura's notes and like they're really great, but it's hard to like differentiate the notes from just the dicks that
It's all
she's drawing.
wangs.
She's drawing so many dicks.
It's like a Morse code in penis.
What if it is? What if she's leaving
Yeah,
the secret
it's
to her
Like a
treasure?
hard,
No,
soft.
no, it's dick ball, dick ball, dick ball, ball, dick ball, dick ball, ball.
Okay. Okay.
Woof.
That if I
That did
know
spell what?
I know Morse code because I was in the Boy Scouts for a couple days, and I think that was the lyrics to a Savage Garden song that she had drawn in dicks. That seems very Laura. Caught in the '90s, you know. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight.
Oh, my.
We got to start packing.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Toiletries.
Yeah,
so much stuff.
Oh, why
Henry,
did
go
I
get me
leave
some
it so late?
toiletries.
Henry, you want to go to Chicago? It's too cold for Henry.
Oh,
it's too
bud.
cold.
Do you have any like coats or any? Do you have dog clothes for Henry?
He does, because we were in New York for a year, so he's got some cold, like some nice cold jackets, you know, some beautiful.
Do you have like an outfit that makes him look like a lion or
What
something
the
like
fuck?
that?
Yeah.
Whoa! Yes, yes.
Turn the other way.
Work it, Brian.
rotate,
work it.
Come
Come
the other way,
on.
Brian. The other way. Yep,
You have
yep,
no
there we
depth
are.
perception. Come on.
There you go.
There it is.
Hey!
Hey.
Now say respectfully.
Respectfully.
Do you watch the show?
No.
Okay.
This is Ford, right? Hey, guys, it's me, Ford. I don't have that accent anymore. Now I talk like this.
All right.
Hey.
Oh.
Take it easy. It's me. Caduceus. Hey.
Henry Winkler
Fine,
as
take it
Ford
easy.
as Pumat.
Wow.
Hey, remember, Critical Role Thursday
got it.
is at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central. an hour earlier than normal. Don't say we didn't warn ye. And it's gonna be episode 97. As always, we fucking love you. Don't forget that. Don't forget to love each other.
True.
Yeah.
It's true. Don't worry, it's almost Chicago Live's show. Stay turned, my friends.
Oh, Henry.
And remember, creepy ain't a crime.
What about in Chicago, though?
I'll have to check. Oh, I'm hearing what? Yeah, it is. I'm hearing it's. Yeah, I'm hearing in Chicago. In fact, it is. So we'll have to be careful.
Danny and I will stay home.
Okay.
It's fair.
Okay.
That means
me
I
too.
don't have to pack.
Me too. I'll stay home. Yeah. All right. See you guys some other time then.
Right, Henry? Look at Henry's face right now. Oh, I ruined it. Henry had this face on.
Like the fuck? We're supposed to be out by now. Maybe Zach fell asleep.
Oh, buddy.